So, is it, I don't know if it's Miss King, Master King?
Miss King.
Miss King. Can I ask you what got you interested in martial arts?
I used to be interested when I was younger, but my schedule was crazy.
Okay.
And then when I married...
Have you look this way? There
when
we
I
go.
married Master Marcus King,
Oh,
at
yeah?
that time he was just Mr. King.
Yeah.
He said he was going to start a school, and I was like, oh, I'm going to be a supportive wife. So that's how
You
I started.
supported right into it?
Yes. And I enjoyed it, and I love it, and teaching is wonderful. And
So, can I ask you what age did you get started? See, this one.
27.
27?
27, yeah.
And how many years have you been in it? This is my roundabout way of not asking your age. You see how I did that?
13. It'll be 13 in June of this year.
13 in June of this year. So during this process, sounds like you also got married.
Yes. Before, like, we were married a year before he started school.
Okay, okay. So during this process, what have you found, I guess, most rewarding with your martial art journey?
Helping the people, like white belts, yellow belts, like seeing them go
You
to
like
the next.
teaching,
Yes, which is surprising. I wouldn't think I would like that, but I do.
but you're
I
not a
enjoy it.
teacher.
No, but I mean, yes. What kind of teacher?
It's a loaded question.
I am. Yes.
So my question was, you're not a teacher professionally,
No.
but you have really enjoyed teaching students.
Yes, and that I found that makes me a better student myself.
Okay. Can you explain a little bit more?
Yes, especially like teaching steps and fighting. And like I notice what they're doing. I'm like, am I doing that same thing? And then I correct myself as I correct them.
So you were seeing, I want to say, mistakes in what they were doing, or adjustments that you'd have to make. Going, wait, am I the reason that they're making those mistakes? Because they're watching me.
Yes, and also like
So the teacher becomes a student at the same time.
yes, and things that I struggled with at the beginning,
Yeah.
it's easier for me to explain to them. Like roundhouse at the beginning was like just one of those difficult things of not knowing, like bring the knee around and pop
Right,
it. Like,
right.
I would stop here and do it instead of like all the way around.
Okay.
And I found out a way to teach them that, like bring it here, and I don't know. Just,
But it started to make you a better teacher.
yes.
Because you were seeing the limitations of how you were explaining it.
Mhm.
And then they're like, I almost there. Like, what am I doing wrong
To miss what I'm telling you to do.
right, and to make that connection.
Yes.
Now, were you always into sports?
Yes.
What did you do before this?
Basketball, softball. That's it. They wanted me to play volleyball. I played a little bit, but shorts
Not your
was
thing.
super short.
So she went from shorts to pants.
Yes.
No skirts allowed. So during that time, was that like during your high school career, during college? What was it? When were you playing sports?
High school, and I was gonna play softball in college, but
Okay.
I didn't. I didn't want to move so far away from home from places that offered me. So I played a little intramural.
Okay. So you always were athletic.
Yes, I would say. I won most athletic
That's
7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. So I guess everybody else thought I was.
That's a pretty good percentage of your life. Yes, the answer is yes. She said she doesn't talk much. That's not true. So now that you found martial arts, what is different about martial arts compared to all those other sports that you were in? Mind you, she has not had these questions before because I didn't have those questions ready.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't respect my coaches, but it's a different level of like learning the hierarchy and the way things go.
It's about respect.
And the respect and the honor and just integrity, all those type of things. Not saying it wasn't present in that other time in my life, but it's a completely different.
Awareness.
Yes, and making sure you stick to it. You know, when you're younger and you're in sport, you're like, oh, whatever, to your coach or whatever.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would never do that. And
No.
I would never.
You would
Even
get
if
you would
my
get a talking
husband
to.
is like my main teacher in class, but I still
Right.
would never. People think it's weird that I call him Master King, but I mean, I have to in class, you know.
I told my husband the only time I'm going to call you Master Babe is in class.
Yes.
After that,
People at work are like, what? My husband would love that. I'm like, I bet they would.
not a good reason to go in.
Yeah.
So with it, can you talk a little about being a husband-wife team? It's your husband's class,
Yes.
but you assist, I'm
Yes.
sure.
Yes. I enjoy it. I help him out with technical things a lot. But he's a good teacher, and I learned a lot from him.
Yep.
With him and Grandmaster Lewis coming down and helping a lot, and just learning from them, and just.
So you have a lot of good support, it sounds like.
Yes.
So Grandmaster Lewis also comes to class and visits and helps?
Yes. I mean, especially in the beginning.
Yes.
Because he wasn't a master instructor yet. Marcus
Right.
wasn't. So we're both under him.
Yep.
So yes. I don't even remember the question, but yeah.
It's okay. She's like, it's good. We covered it. It's good. Let's move on. So with that being said, what are your, what are your hopes for your students in your class? Because you told me how much you loved instructing. Can you tell me one of your favorite stories from one of your students?
I don't know.
It's okay. We
I
can
don't-
blurb things out.
I don't know. I don't really have a favorite story for one of my students. I know that
Saw
they
a big
began to
improvement.
love it as much because we have a first degree black belt currently
Okay.
who's about to test for second, and
wonderful.
she is 15. Her
Yeah.
goal probably for the last 3 years, she wants to be an instructor. That's what she wants to do. Like, she's like, can I go to college for that? Like, how do I? Like,
She's like, not as your primary job, but as a secondary.
no, like it's her primary job. This is what she wants to do.
do.
Yeah, she's fallen in love with it, and I'm glad that we could do that to
Yeah.
help her get to that place. Even though
So
like,
you're sharing your passion
Yeah.
and creating more sparks.
yeah. That's,
So
I mean,
that's
I feel
gotta
like
feel
that's good.
pretty. It's gotta
Yeah.
feel pretty good, doesn't it? To know that somebody else loves it as much as you do,
Mhm.
and to see what they can do.
Yes. And the progression that they've made and grown, and I always like to tell my students, like, it's your body.
Yeah.
Control it. Like, nobody else, we don't have control of it.
Interesting.
It's like when they're doing something, they're out of control. I'm like, calm down. It's your body. Control it.
Interesting. Contain the force.
Yes. Control your body. Calm down. Control. Just control it.
Right.
Mhm.
And how does that work with the parents of those kids that you're working with? Do they enjoy that, having that direction from you?
I believe they do. You know, when you first have like white belts in class and they're beginning and their parents are in there and you try to tell them something, the parents like trying to like tell you like, put your foot back, do this, and you're like, we got it,
Right.
we got it, and
Right.
then they learn to trust us through that process, like, and they see the growth in their student without them having to help with
Yeah.
us being in, like us instructing.
It's hard for parents, I think, nowadays to take a step back.
especially because in sports they're in the crowd and they're yelling whatever they want to yell.
Not in class though.
No, I'm talking about like in like
Right.
actual like football,
Right.
baseball,
Right.
like all those things. They're,
Yep.
they're
And
out
they
there
aren't
and
allowed
they
to
can.
do that in Taekwondo.
No, they
gotta
aren't.
be quiet.
Yes, they have to be quiet, and that's different. They're learning along with their child, or
Right.
even if we have some adults and everybody's learning together.
But it's such a huge part of growth for any student
Mhm.
when they come in as a child
Yes.
to have that adjustment.
Yes, and it teaches them just in general how to listen. I feel like better, like being more instructed. Can't really explain it because I see the difference in some students who come in and they're like all over the place in the
Yeah.
beginning, or
It's called
can't
children.
can't listen, and that's a lot of reason why a lot of parents put them in class in the first
Yep.
place. And just to see them be able to not focus for more than 10, 15 minutes, and then be able to go an hour or 30 minutes, take a break, and then,
Right. We still have to get their breaks in there.
yeah.
Yeah. But that they can start to expand that, especially with what you're seeing with all these iPads and technology, and they're
Mhm.
just glitching.
Mhm.
So the kids are glitching now.
Yes.
So to have that focus
Yes.
and that you can instill that,
It's rewarding. Yeah.
I can tell. She's like, I don't talk much, but she does because she knows what her passion is. Thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate
Thank
that.
you. Thank you so
Gotcha.
much.